In the beginning, long before cities, kingdoms, or written history, the world belonged to nature. Millions of years ago, vast forests stretched across continents. Ice periodically covered much of the northern hemisphere. During powerful ice ages, predators ruled the land. And somewhere in this wild and dangerous world, early human ancestors began their journey. Our story begins in Africa. Around 7 million years ago, the earliest known human ancestors began separating from the evolutionary line shared with apes. By 2.5 million years ago, early members of the genus Homo were crafting the first simple stone tools. By approximately 300,000 years ago, modern humans, Homo sapiens, had emerged in Africa. Life was simple but harsh. There were no houses, no farms, no permanent homes. Early humans lived as hunter-gatherers, constantly moving in search of food and water. They hunted wild animals and gathered fruits, roots, nuts, and seeds. Every single day was a fight to survive. Yet humans possess something extraordinary, the ability to learn, adapt, and cooperate on a level never seen before. By 1.5 million years ago, earlier human species had developed more advanced stone tools. These sharper, more refined tools allowed them to butcher animals more efficiently and defend themselves against predators. Then came one of the greatest turning points in human history: the control of fire. Evidence suggests that early humans began controlling fire around 800,000 to 1 million years ago. Fire changed everything. It provided warmth during cold Ice Age nights. It scared away predators. Cooking food made it safer to eat and easier to digest, giving humans more energy, possibly even contributing to brain development. Around the fire, people gathered. They shared food, they communicated. Perhaps they told the first stories. These gatherings strengthened social bonds and laid the foundations of human society. Then came migration. Around 70,000 to 60,000 years ago, modern humans began leaving Africa in significant numbers. Over thousands of years, they spread into the Middle East, Asia, Europe, and eventually Australia by 50,000 years ago. By around 20,000 years ago, humans had reached the Americas, crossing land bridges during the last ice age. Every new environment demanded adaptation. In icy climates, humans created tailored clothing from animal hides. In tropical regions, they developed new hunting techniques and shelter designs. With migration came creativity. As early as 100,000 years ago, humans were creating symbolic objects, beads, engravings, and ornaments. By around 40,000 years ago, breathtaking cave paintings appeared across parts of Europe and Asia. These were not random drawings. They were expressions of identity, belief, imagination, and storytelling. Humans were becoming artists, thinkers, spiritual beings. But life remained uncertain. For tens of thousands of years, survival depended entirely on nature. A failed hunt could mean starvation. Climate shifts could wipe out entire populations. Then, around 12,000 years ago, at the end of the last ice age, humanity experienced one of its greatest revolutions: the agricultural revolution. Between 10,000 and 8,000 BCE, some human groups began domesticating plants such as wheat and barley, and animals like goats and sheep. For the first time in history, humans could produce their own food. They no longer needed to wander constantly. Villages formed, permanent homes were built, food surpluses allowed populations to grow. Around 9,000 BCE, some of the earliest farming communities appeared in parts of the Middle East. With stability came specialization. Some people farmed, others crafted tools, pottery, or clothing. Trade networks developed, communities grew more organized. By around 3,500 BCE, the first true cities emerged, and writing systems began to appear, marking the beginning of recorded history. Civilization had begun. From those early settlements would rise powerful cultures, technological innovation, organized governments, and complex religions. Yet everything humanity has achieved, from ancient empires to modern skyscrapers, from the wheel to space exploration, traces back to those early humans who once stood vulnerable under open skies. Their journey spanned millions of years. It was a story of survival against predators, of adaptation to ice ages, of migration across continents, of creativity blooming on cave walls, and of transformation from wandering hunters to builders of civilizations. And their story is our story. Because within every modern human lives, the legacy of those first explorers, toolmakers, artists, and farmers who shaped the path of humanity, from the first stone tools 2.5 million years ago, to the rise of farming 12,000 years ago, to the dawn of cities 5,000 years ago, the journey of humankind began with early man, and it continues today. Like, comment, and follow as we journey into history together.